And right now it's time for that time when we talk to our special guest. Tonight our special guest is Georgie Hackett. Georgie is the General Manager of Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand. Well, the fight continues to find a cure, but as us baby boomers well know, this can be expensive. One of the great fundraising ideas is Shave for a Cure. It's fun, it's community, and it works. Georgie is here to tell us all about it. Georgie Hackett!
Hello.
Welcome to The Beat Goes On.
Thank you.
We're always striving for a bit of glamour on this program, Georgie, and you're fulfilling the mission today. So
thank you very much.
You've got a great. Funny enough, I'll say to our audience that I did say to Georgie Hackett, no relation to Mr. Hackett, the bungee jumper.
No, unfortunately
gosh,
not.
there's not that many Hacketts in the world, is there?
No, there's not. Oh, there are a lot in Ireland, apparently, but not so much in New Zealand.
Oh, you're Irish, are you?
Ancestry.
Shave for a Cure. Now, I know you tried to come in today and get me involved, but it's already been done.
It has indeed. We haven't got much to work with there.
No. Shave for a Cure. What a great idea. 40 years ago, somebody came up with the idea of shaving for a cure, and of course everybody rallied round. Geez, is that how it works? Or put me right there.
Yeah, I will. I'll put you right. So, Shave for a Cure is Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand's biggest fundraising event. And so Shave itself was established about 13 years ago, but Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand's been around for 40 years, so it's a long time for a charity in New Zealand, and Shave helps us fund our work. So we provide support for patients and families living with blood cancers, so that's leukemia, lymphoma and myeloma. And we, invest in research. We've established a research unit at the University of Auckland, which is, out there actually helping to find a cure for these diseases and better treatments. And
before we talk about the shaving part, let's talk about now the new term is blood cancers. And blood cancers, as you said, that's leukemia. And the other two were
lymphoma and myeloma.
Wow. Now, what percentage of our population will have a brush with those three?
Yeah, so blood cancers combined are the sixth most common form of cancer in New Zealand.
Wow.
So leukemia is the fifth most common form of cancer. Lymphoma, unfortunately, hits predominantly teenagers, so those aged 15 to 24. So that's one of the most common forms of cancer there. So, they're sadly still increasing. We don't know what causes them, so there's a real need to support families across the country with these conditions.
Leukemia, that's one that's well known, isn't it? Really well known. I mean, we've heard about it all my life. What's the symptoms of leukemia? What's the first thing that you start thinking, oh my God, I don't feel well at all?
Yeah, well, you'll feel really tired down. Anemia is a common symptom of leukemia, as well as unexplained bruising. So if you're sort of waking up in the morning and seeing bruises on you, feeling exhausted, feeling anemic, run down, make sure you go and see your doctor, because there are different forms of leukemia, but for the more acute forms, you need treatment immediately. So they'll literally put you straight in the hospital and get you on treatment.
Untreated, what happens untreated, and how much time have you got untreated?
Depends on the different form of leukemia again. A chronic leukemia, sometimes the doctor will tell you to wait until it gets to a point where it can be treated effectively. And acute leukemia, it's immediate treatment. We know of cases where people have been out playing a round of golf, said, look, I just want to finish my things and get my work sorted out. No, go to the hospital now. So it's, it's your blood cells. They're not going too well, so you need treatment immediately.
Now, what's the chances? Say I had acute leukemia, discovered it, and they said in the hospital, how many... what's the cure right now for acute?
It varies, but it's we're seeing this advance all the time.
But what's the general? What could I expect?
Generally, it can be 50 to 60%, but it yet again
so
depends on.
So it's not a death sentence the moment.
Absolutely not a death sentence, and we're seeing advancements all the time. In the last 10 years for. One of the forms of leukemia, there's a new treatment, which is a pill you take every day, and people, 90% of people with this condition were dying. Now we're seeing people dying of old age. So it's hugely encouraging.
See,
what
I didn't
we're seeing.
know that. You can actually take a pill a day now.
You can.
You don't have to go through this terrible business of radiation and chemotherapy.
So that's an oral form of chemotherapy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are some nasty side effects, but it depends. For every patient, their tolerance, their resistance, or how it works is different. So it's amazing to see the advancements that are happening around the world.
You've been in it, how long have you been there, Georgie?
I've been with Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand for 6 years now. So.
And you would have seen a lot of changes in 6 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just seen so many beautiful success stories too. You know, I've met people when I first started at the organisation and looked at, one particular patient I can think of. I met her when she was very unwell. She'd been told she couldn't have children because of her treatment. She beat the odds. She's got 2 kids. She's just so well, and it's just wonderful to see people go on this journey and come out the other side.
So what's in the pipeline for some great breakthroughs? Are you allowed to reveal any today?
Well, I wish I had a million great breakthroughs, but research is a slow process. Yeah. But what's happening now is a very targeted forms of medicine are being developed, so they can really treat individual patients very, very effectively. So some of these new drugs are coming on the market in New Zealand, so it'll be amazing.
So they can
to see
develop a drug. They can take the blood out of you, analyse your blood, its DNA, etc., and tailor a cure for you, just
specifically for you.
And now, how well is that advanced?
It's amazing, and up at the University of Auckland, we've got a machine which maps the human genome, so you can actually that is how specific research is getting nowadays. It's fascinating. Yeah.
So you must be very proud of yourself because you're helping this all happen. You're funneling money to the universities and all these research centres. You must, when you put your head on the pillow at night, you can say, I'm a good person. Is that true? Or
well, look, I feel very honoured having the job that I do, and it's a massive team effort. We have a huge team of people and a huge team of volunteers that just give so much of themselves to help us. And of course, for Shave for a Cure, it's the people that really bravely say, I'm going to shave my head, and to me, that's such a massive thing to do. And we get, we've got 8-year-old kids and we've got people in rest homes doing it. So.
Where did now, somebody came up with that idea. Whose bright idea was that, to shave your head for a cure?
Well, we actually work closely with the Leukemia Foundation of Australia, so they started the campaign and we spoke to them and they very kindly allowed us to bring that into New Zealand. Yeah. But it's, the link is so close there when someone's receiving treatment, they lose their hair with chemotherapy, and this is someone actually voluntarily doing that and standing beside someone with cancer and saying, hey, it's okay, I'm there with you. So there's a very powerful...
What about us poor guys that... We don't have to do any shaving, it just goes.
Well, there's always people to donate to, so, that's it. And that's
so you'd be very worried if there was a baldness epidemic because...
We would be. It would be not so good for business.
Yeah, no good, no, yeah.
I don't, I think there's still going to be plenty of
No, it's a great idea now. And the great thing about it is if you can get somebody to shave their head, then the neighbourhood and the community rally around, they put $10 if he does it. So what's the biggest and the highest amount you've ever got one individual to shave his hair for?
Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah. I mean, we have people raising over $20,000 for us. I can think of one particular school kid that did that for us one year, which, a 16-year-old girl to do that, amazing.
What did she get? She raised?
Oh, she raised about $28,000, I think. It was absolutely incredible. Yeah. She had a connection to the cause. Her father had a blood cancer, so all the friends and family, whānau, they just all got into it, which was amazing.
So what sort of, you're on The Beat Goes On today, of course, but, you're out there all the time suggesting it to people. Whispering in their ears that they should do this.
Exactly.
So what's the normal way of doing it to get people to do it? Through schools and through communities?
Yeah, we go out there and we talk to schools, communities, we send out lots of mailers, we do a lot of activity on Facebook, and we encourage people to sign up to our website, which is shaveforacure.co.nz.
Okay.
And they create their own fundraising page there and share that out with all their friends and family and do lots of weird and wacky things to raise money.
Oh, look, I've seen it done. It takes a bit of effort to get it all off, doesn't it?
It definitely does, and it's a really, really brave thing to do, And it amazes me there are so many young girls taking part in Shave for a Cure nowadays, and 15, 16-year-old girls. Here's a big deal. So I think, wow, to help people, they're willing to forego their hair, which is
Georgie,
amazing.
well, let's announce it on The Beat Goes On. We're going to announce that Georgie's going to shave her hair off when? What date?
Not quite yet. No. But, never say never. That's what I say
if
about
every
that.
viewer of The Beat Goes On sent $100 in, and we could raise $100,000, couldn't we?
$100,000, I would definitely do it. There you go.
So you've never done it yourself? No.
I haven't done it myself. Our CEO has done it, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And we've had various staff members do it throughout the years too. So,
And, the Shave for a Cure, this is just, it's a small part of, or a part of the organisation. What percentage of funds would that bring in?
It's about 1/3 of our income.
1/3?
Yeah, so it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And the rest of the money comes from generous New Zealanders and...
absolutely, we get funding.
Pokies and the
trusts and grants.
Lotto
Yeah, exactly. And we have other fundraising events as well. We run the Firefighter Sky Tower Stair Challenge as well. So
the firefighters?
Yeah, the Firefighter Sky Tower Stair Challenge. So they all run up the Sky Tower in 25 kilos of gear.
Don't ever ask me to do that.
No, it's not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. But, the firefighters right across the country are amazing.
I have to digress here because that's an amazing thing. How many floors is it at the Sky Tower?
It is 52 floors. It's 1,103 stairs. So it's 25 kilos of gear, including a mask and a breathing apparatus for many of the firefighters. So
now we're in a building on the 3rd floor, and a lot of people enter absolutely exhausted after three flights of stairs.
Yes. Exactly.
So you're saying that 52 flights of stairs.
Yes.
With a full kit on.
Yes.
And a mask.
Yes.
And these firefighters run up there.
They race. The fastest person gets up there in 8 minutes and 36 seconds. So that's Josh Harrison. He's won the event many years in a row, and he is just incredible. I don't know. I don't think many people would be able to run up it in that time in trainers and shorts and a t-shirt. So it's absolutely incredible watching these guys.
So what's his name?
Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison. Yeah. Good on you, Josh.
Yeah.
Well, what's in his bloodstream? What's in his blood that he can...
He's a very, very fit man.
So he must be able to, in his blood, the transfer of oxygen to the blood supply so he can run up 52 flights. Wow.
It's superhuman, it really is. Yeah.
So any other great ideas? The shave and this running up the...
Yes, we have that one. We also have a vision for corporates. So if you don't want the gear on, which, let's be honest, I don't think many people would want to do. Yeah. We have a corporate Sky Tower challenge as well. So that's called Step Up, and that happens in August. And, so corporate teams from across the country compete in that too.
So what's the fastest without all that gear on, with just your...
I believe it's just over 6 minutes. So
6 minutes.
Yeah. So it's still it's pretty quick. But when you consider the gear on top of it.
Here we go. Come on, Georgie. What's your time?
I've never done it. I would love to do it, but we're not a big team. We're a charity, so we're busy organising the event.
Georgie, how come you work for an organisation where you never actually do any of the things you ask everybody else to do?
I would love to do it. And one day when I don't, I will do all the things. But it's a pretty big feat organising these events, so we're fairly busy on the day, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I'll accept that as the excuse, but I'm sure many of our viewers won't. Now, look, how do we get hold of Shave for a Cure and the foundation, etc., etc.? Give us some websites so people can get, and we might even get a donation out of our wonderful audience.
Lovely. Well, the easiest thing to do is head to our website, which is shaveforacure.co.nz.
That's pretty simple.
It is, and
it's,
you can
it's up on the screen as we speak.
Yeah, it is. Sign yourself up, or have a look at the people shaving, and you can donate to them. Yeah. And if you've got any questions, just give our team a call
so it's difficult. So it's better if it's an organisation does it, doesn't it? So like a local bowling club decides to pick one person and they can all...
Absolutely,
is that how you'd like to run it?
Look, we have lots of different people. People do sign up as individuals, schools sign up, businesses sign up. So, we have big sort of corporates get involved, or smaller businesses, all those lovely community groups too, and it is bowls clubs, or as I said before, a rest home. So everybody shaves, which is really amazing.
What a great idea.
Yeah, it's
what an exciting life you've got, Georgie.
It is very exciting.
You don't want to go home at night.
Need to rest at some stage, but yes, I'm very lucky to do what
Georgie,
I do.
thanks for coming in today.
Thanks so much.
Look, let's hope our viewers respond, and money comes in and volunteers come in, and it's a wonderful, worthy cause. But I'm sorry I can't contribute.
No, this is help get us getting the word out there. So thank you very much.
He's a singer, and he's a man that can shake, rattle and roll.